The biggest development so far is that the Army has said that they have recovered the black boxes from the wreckage. You know, oftentimes when a plane crashes, it's sometimes difficult to locate those black boxes. In this case, it didn't take very long at all, and they are going to be central to the investigation. Investigators will now be looking at the flight data recorder to see if there was a change in the flight pattern, a change in altitude, or whether all of the onboard systems were functioning properly. We do know that the pilot reported the left engine had failed, but they felt confident enough that they could still fly the plane with just one engine working. That flight from Chitral to Islamabad is only about an hour. They made it about half an hour or so before that Mayday call came out, and then the plane crashed. So the investigators now are going to be looking through all of the details, and especially that flight data recording, to see if they can piece together the exact cause of this crash.
Mohammed, this crash has renewed safety fears about the record of Pakistan International Airlines. What sort of efforts are being made to try and allay those fears?
Well, it's a good question. You know, PIA has come under a lot of criticism, certainly in just the last few years, for a very shoddy safety record, particularly with allegations that they weren't providing regular maintenance on their planes. Now, a PIA spokesperson came out very vocally and very firmly saying that not only were there 2 capable pilots on board, but in fact, in this case, there were 3 pilots on board. One of them was just training how to fly that specific route because landing in Chitral requires a different level of expertise. They say that training pilot was not behind the controls of the aircraft when the plane crashed, but of course that's something that the flight recorder will be able to determine. PIA also coming out today and saying that they've already begun offering $5,000 U.S. cash payments to the victims of the families to help pay for funeral costs. They've also flown the families in from where they are into Islamabad so they can help bury their loved ones. And they've also said that they're going to comply with Pakistani law, and there will be compensation payments made out, in the near future. Just putting that into context, though, I mean, some of these bodies haven't even been identified yet, let alone the funerals haven't taken place, and the airline is already taking that step forward and saying that they plan on providing compensation. So they're trying to be proactive about this, but there's going to be a lot of anger and anguish as those families arrive in Islamabad, blaming PIA and saying, how could you let this happen to our loved ones?